Hey guys, welcome back to CruiseCasinoMafia.com's YouTube channel. I want to thank all the new subscribers that have come on in the last few weeks, as well as a special shout out to all the private members that have taken advantage of the last few days or weeks here in December to take advantage of becoming a lifetime member of CruiseCasinoMafia.com. When you join, that means you get full access to everything that we're providing. Crap systems, roulette systems, baccarat systems, and the special money management volumes that we're putting out, which to me are more important than even the systems themselves, is to give you all types of options of how to come back and how to recover and how to manage your money when you're playing as an investment opportunity, to play for a paycheck. And that's what we teach people to do. We like to have entertainment, but our number one reason for playing these games is to make a paycheck per session, right? Could be really small on some sessions and could be huge on others. But the bottom line is it's all about long-term success. That's the key. It's not about winning quickly or winning a lot of money in one session and losing 3 times as much in the next. It's about having long-term objectives to make money. And that's what we try to do. So real quick, so I'm originally from down in Florida. You guys may know that. I live in North Carolina now. And I just read today some pretty amazing news back in my hometown. They finally have... the Hard Rock casinos in Florida finally introduced the final step of what was missing from the casinos. And that is craps and roulette tables are finally rolled out as of this week in the Hard Rocks in Tampa, South Florida, and all the other places now have craps and roulette. Which I never thought was ever going to happen. So it's amazing in a place where we never thought we'd have gambling. Now we have poker, we have slot machines, craps, baccarat, blackjack, and everything else. So to celebrate that, we're going to show you a subscriber system that was sent in. That's pretty cool. It's similar to one of the other systems that I played recently, but it does have a slightly different setup. So the good and the bad, okay, there's always good and the bad. There's no holy grail as far as I'm concerned, perfect bet selection, right? So you have to be able to manage the downside risk with every bet system or method that you use. This one, okay, the negative to this one is because of the amount of money that you have down, and you're covering a lot of numbers, so you have a high hit rate. But the problem is when you lose a lot more than when you win. So this is one of those systems that you do have to double up after a loss. And you guys know most of the time I'm not a huge fan of that. But I'm going to show this system. It's a subscriber-based system that was sent in. And when I did the demos of it, it played really well. So once again, don't get carried away with this. This is a system that you can play online for $1, per bet. Obviously, if you're playing it offline in somewhere like the Hard Rock, you're going to be forced to play whatever the minimums on the inside are and the outside. So, and they are the same bet amount. So if the outside minimum is, let's say, $5, you're going to have to play $5 on all the bets. And you are going to have to go up on a loss. But when we were playing this, the hit rate was pretty good, okay? But the biggest thing I can tell you, like I've been saying with some of these roulette systems lately, these combo systems, set a profit target and then quit, all right? So if you're going to play the $10, okay, actually, I'm sorry, I told you that they're the same amounts. That's not true. So these are the same amounts, the corner bets, the $10 corner bets, and the column bet is 3 times that. It's $30, okay? So it's 30, 40, 50, 60, $70 bet. It's a $70 bet. All right, so let's go ahead and spin, and we'll see how this works out. All right, so there's a corner bet hit. So that's a $20 win, right? A $20 win. And what we'll do, and what the guy recommended that sent this in, the subscriber and the member, is that he plays to get about $80 to $100 and then he quits. And that's pretty good because sometimes, as you're going to see, you can hit that $80 to $100 range very quickly. But you do have to have the proper bankroll to be able to last if you get a couple of total losses in a row. And we're playing this on the single zero because that's what he does online. All right, it can be played on a double zero. You guys know you're giving up a little bit in the house edge when you play a double zero, but it still works. I did the last demo with the double zero. So let's rebet. So let's take a look at this. So what's not covered? This is not covered, right? These two, right, are not covered. This is not covered by a corner bet. And here and here. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 numbers that are not covered. And if you're playing a double zero, obviously it's 10. So let's go ahead and spin. We're up $20 right now. All right. So what happens there? Okay. Another $20 win because we hit the column, right? We didn't hit our corner bet, but we hit a column. And that's the reason the reason that this is an imbalanced betting, that these are $30 and these are 10. So let's go ahead and spin. And this did work well over the few demos that I did do. Okay, there you go. So that is a total loss, right? That's a $70 total loss because it hit here. So we're going to rebet and we're going to double. Okay, and we're going to spin. And we hit our column. Okay, so that was pretty good. So that is a nice win. We're back up $10. And you know what I always say in these videos with these crazy combo bets. Most people would probably stay at this higher bet level one more time. I'm not going to do that. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to go back down to our original bet. Okay, so we're going to do that. Whoops, look what I just did here. Hold on. Let's do it again. Okay, we're going to go to 30 here. We're going to do our first corner bet at 10. We're going to do our next corner bet goes right here. The next corner bet goes right here. And one more corner bet, and that's going to go right here. All right, did I do that correctly? Let's just check it out and make sure that I did it, that I put the bets back where I had them originally. And that is correct. Okay, so let's keep rolling. So again, you can play this more aggressively and you can stay one more time with the higher bet to get back to your session highs. I'm going to play this conservative as always. So let's go ahead and spin. And there is another loss. So that's the reason why you play it conservatively. So now we're going to rebet. And that's a total loss because it's right here, right? It's the 27-26, not covered by the column, and it's not covered by a corner bet. So we'll go ahead and double again. And you see how that saved us because we would have lost on the double. So I'd rather have a loser on the base level. All right, and there is a column bet. All right, so let's go back to our original bets again, and we're minus 20. And you see how we're keeping this under control by not going crazy and staying on that higher bet level for too long. All right, so, and you listen, you can always come back. We're down $20. I'd rather be down $20 and not $60 or $80. And if it takes me a little bit longer to get on a winning streak and win 3 or 4 in a row and quit, I'd rather be doing that any day of the week. So let's go ahead and spin. You can make your own decision, of course. All right, there we go. There's our corner bet. And like I said, now we're back to break even again. So now let's see if we can win 2 or 3 in a row and quit. That's a column bet. That's another $20 win. So now we're up 20. So we're looking to make $80 to $100 range, like I said before. So let's go ahead and see if we can hit a couple in a row. All right, there we go. That's another $20 win because we hit the column. So we're now at 40. So let's see if we can get on a little bit of a winning streak here. Okay, there we go. That's a corner bet hit. Now we're up $60. We're going to rebet and spin. We need one more win. There we go. And there it is. There's our corner bet. So that's a 5. So you can see how when you play this conservatively and try to get back to your original bet as fast as possible, it's so much easier to then hit your profit target. So we said we wanted to make 80 to 100. So we would quit. I would quit here. I can tell you that right now. You guys know the way I play. $80 in 5 minutes. Unless you're doing that at your 9-to-5 job, I think that I would then switch to another system. Okay, and I love systems that use two of the dozens or two of the columns, which are a little bit safer. So I'd probably take this $80, and if I decided that I wanted to play another back-to-back session, I'd probably switch to something else. So I would either switch to a 2 dozen system or a 2-column system, something that's a little less crazy. Or I would switch games completely at this point if I was back in Vegas, and I'd probably play another shoe of Baccarat and look to make that 5 to 8 units. And you can see how conservative I am, right? So you turned this into an $80, win. Now if I go to the Baccarat table or I switch to a different system that I have in my toolbox, I can possibly make another 5 to 8 to 10 units and be done. That's the way you should be playing. And the reason that Vegas makes so much money off of people is because that's absolutely not what most people do. 98% of the people walk in with $500 and say, I'm going to play this $500 until I win, a ton of money, or I'm going to bust. And most of the time you're going to bust because you're either playing bets that are ridiculously too high for a $500 bankroll, or let's say you get up $60 on your $500 bankroll, you're continuing to play, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, here's the question I always ask people. If you gave me $500 today, and tomorrow I told you to come back and I gave you $530, $540, what would you do the next day? You would come back and give me the $500 again, and you would do it every single day if I gave you $540 back, $550 back. But why is it when you go into a casino and you take your $500 and turn it into $550, that's just not enough for you, right? That's not enough. You want to keep playing. You could be up $150 and you'd still be playing. That's the psychology, and that's why 95, 98, 99% of the people lose their money. So let's just do a few more of these just so you can see how it plays. But I will tell you I would have quit here at the $80 mark. All right, so let's just for purposes of demoing, we'll do a few more. All right, so there you go. So we would have hit another corner bet, which took us to the $100 level. Okay, and you are covering a lot of numbers here. I think it's 28 numbers. Okay, and there's a loss, right? There's a loss. So you would rebet and you would double. All right, and this is why I would have quit at the $80 mark. And see what happens. You had back-to-back full losses. And that's the problem, guys. That's the problem. So now you're doubling again. All right? So when you're up, you got to know when to quit. All right. That's a win at the higher level, right? Okay. And now we're back down, though, to $30. So now we're fighting back. But, of course, what we would do is obviously, like I told you, if that would have happened at the beginning of our session, we would definitely, where we'd be down the $30, we would still go back down, or at least I would, right? I'd go back down, all right? So this is one of those systems that definitely will be cycling. And for new people, what does that mean? It means that it's not a system that builds and builds and builds that you should be playing for hours. There are Baccarat systems that we play that we can play ongoing for as long as we want. There's even a few roulette systems that I like that you can play for an extended period of time. But systems like this, these combo systems, when you hit the money, you got to take your money and switch to another system or move tables or call it quits for that day, all right, or that session. That's the way it works. So let's go ahead and see if we can build it back up again, just out of curiosity, right? We'll just play a few more. So right now we'd be back down at the minus 30 level, even though in our hypothetical we know we would have quit with an $80 win. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so there's another corner bet. We're only minus 10 right now. We're going to rebet. That was a good win. That was another $20 win, by the way. And here's another $20 win. So we're back above water again. We're back at $10 because we hit a column. So let's just do a couple more just to show you guys how it feels. And there we go. That's another column bet, and we'd be back up to $30 again. And this will be our last and final bet. I guess you guys understand the way this system works, and I'm happy to show people systems that they play. There's another corner bet. All right, there's a corner bet. That last one was a column bet. I said corner bet. So we're back up $50 again. So this system, as much as I call it a hit and run system, does have a bit of real flexibility, and it is vibrant. You saw us hit 2 losses in a row and still come back to a very positive place, to a $50 place. So this is a system that I would say to you that it's worth your attention. Okay, it's worth your attention to test this, to simulate this. Is this a system that you want to put into your toolbox of roulette systems? Okay, when you walk into a casino, is this one of your top 4? I don't know that. You have to make that decision. The same way that I create my top 3 or 4 systems for roulette when I go to Vegas or go on a trip, I go into the trip knowing my top 3 or 4 systems because I've done enough research for roulette. I know what my top 3 or 4 systems are going to be for that trip for Baccarat, as well as if I'm playing craps. Okay, craps is a game I played for years, so that's a little different. My knowledge of craps is very different than the other games. I can stand at a craps table and basically play for hours and hours if I wanted to. But these games are a little bit different. So I try to go in with a game plan. These are the 3 systems I'm going to play. I'm going to vary the play of these systems. Then I'm going to switch to Baccarat. And I'm going to play 3 different systems there for my 5, 8, or 10 units and walk away or switch to a different system. So the toolbox that you create is something, that concept is something we're going to go over. And it's a key part that we haven't talked about. How to build your own toolbox for these games, which is part of your overall game plan. And in 2024, we're going to be doing some boot camps and seminars. And this whole building your own toolbox, instead of me or anybody else providing you with a cookie cutter method, is a lot of fun because you're going to figure out what goes in your toolbox, what works for you. And that means the bet selection. That means the money management and the bankroll necessity, your profit targets. Everything is going to be created. And then you're going to build out this toolbox with however many of the systems that you want to build into your existing toolbox. And what you pull in and out of that toolbox is up to you. As you learn other systems and test things, some systems may drop out of your toolbox and other systems may come in and replace it. So this is a concept that we're going to start talking about on this channel a little bit, but a lot of that's going to come from possibly us doing boot camps and seminars when we're really teaching people how to treat this as a business. So if you want to get in on those seminars and boot camps, for a discounted price, when we introduce those, you're going to want to be part of the membership of CruiseCasinoMafia.com, because the people that are lifetime members are going to be getting those seminars and boot camps at an extremely different rate than the public is going to be getting them for. So that's another benefit of joining Cruise Casino Mafia now, because not only are you getting all the systems and everything going forward, but you're going to get a discounted rate for these separate boot camps that we're going to be doing. You're going to get a greatly discounted rate for those. And you only have a little bit of time left to join under what we're doing now. So the promo code to join as a lifetime member is Mafia and the number 50, Mafia 50. That promo code is going to be gone very soon. We're getting to the end of the year. You're getting $50 off our already discounted Cruise Casino Mafia lifetime membership. So this is the time to do it. You're basically getting, at this stage, close to 30, I think it's at least 30 systems that are back there. If you don't join when things change and you join under some of the other plans we're discussing, you are not going to get the backlog of all the systems that we've currently released. You're only going to be getting the systems going forward under one of the newer plans that we're discussing. So paying now is the right way to go. The discount is that you're getting all the systems we have and all the systems we will have, plus the discounted boot camp seminars that we're going to be doing in 2024. So stick around. We have a lot of free systems coming up. I told you I was going to jam these in for December because a lot of people are taking trips and taking cruises, and I wanted to give as much meat on the bone as I can on the free side on our YouTube channel members. But it's time for you guys to make the step and leap into becoming a private member. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff I can't talk about or introduce yet, but you're going to be getting a lot of things in 2024. We're working on a lot of stuff. So with that being said, have a great rest of the week. We will see you with another video probably very soon within the next few days, and then we probably are going to start slowing down a little bit because we're going to have relatives and family and everything going on for the holidays. So we'll have more videos coming up. Like the video, it helps me. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy and practice, practice, practice.